Good morning, truck back. It's how we doing. Good morning. Hey. So then, what's everyone up to? And just sort my life out in the background. Boosh. Well, what a treat. What a treat on Sunday to have a slot car show. Sorry about last week. I was ill. Maybe more run down than ill. But, you know, who's splitting hairs here? But it's good to be back. And Formula One weekend at Silverstone here in the UK. Whew! I got my own. Oh, wrong side. Couldn't make it up really. Got my own F1 t-shirt on from Slot Cars of Atlanta in preparation for the big race. Now I haven't watched anything. No practice. No qualifying. No change. So, you know, I don't know who's in what position or whatever, but don't spoil it for those in the chat that are thinking about watching it later or watching on catch up. Although I think that there shouldn't. What are your views on this? What are your views on this? Do you think that there should actually be like a blanket ban on talking about it because you didn't watch it live? Or do you think it's just mutual common respect that actually since some people haven't watched it, won't talk about it? Who knows? Who knows? Jury's out, but I'll let you guys fight amongst yourselves. So 2 weeks since the show. Wow. I tell you, what a difference a week makes. Right, who we got in then? So I noted, and I can't see the comment here now, so I don't know what that's about, but Slot R was first in. He was actually first in yesterday evening. And for some reason, that's gone. That has gone. And my reply. But anyway, so on the day, Daz is in. Good morning, Daz. How you doing, mate? You all right? And Rob. Good morning, Rob. Good morning, DK. I tell you what, right? Massive show today. Massive show. We've got cars to check out. We've got usual features. Young track fans. Got a new kid on the block. So stay tuned. I want to introduce him to everyone. He's Jack. So stay tuned. If you're watching this, Jack, I don't know if you've been informed, but we're going to shout you out in a bit and see if we can help you out. Good effort, by the way. So we've got young track fans. We've got pick of the week. We've got some extra cars to look at. We've got events. We've got track focus. The main reason that everyone turns up. Lots of tracks, new formats going off. It's going to be brilliant. And then some classifieds so that if you're at a loose end after the show and you get the itchy trigger fingers to buy something online, then I'll give you a little steer as to where you could well place your hard-earned currency. So let's go. DK Moon, good morning. Andy. Oh, hi, Ruben. I was going to say, Andrew Sartorius. That is very formal for you guys. So that must be you, Ruben. How you doing, mate? I can't believe I missed you on Friday. Ruben was having a sports day. We'll cover off that in a bit, Ruben, if that's cool with you. He's going to be co-hosting with me in a couple of weeks or so. Whenever my people are talking to his people to try and get something together. So once they've sorted that out, we'll be co-hosting soon, and special co-hosting with Albert as well, who's possibly not watching this now because he's at camp. Legend Air Scouts camp, learning how to tie knots, build dams, you know, survive in the wilderness and whatnot that we did when we were kids too. You can't go wrong with a bit of camp. You know, I do love camps. Not as camp as Rob's sail, but camping nevertheless. Let's have a look here. We've got Oida boys just rocked up to the show. Oida! How you doing, mate? Good morning, Slot family. Last day of vacation. Family time we'll watch later. Oida, come on, mate. What's the matter with you? They're all asleep. I know. Not at your age. Everyone's awake at 4 a.m. I can't sleep because of the heat. Did anyone else suffer this week with the heat? Is anyone else not feeling the heat at all? I like it. I quite enjoy it. Mrs. Brown, she didn't like the heat. She's not up for the heat at all. I don't mind. I mean, to be fair, year on year, I've not liked it, but this year I seem to have excuse the pun. I seem to have warmed to it. Morning, Lucifer Raceway. Mark, good morning, me old mate. The whole gang is here, and Harry. Well done, and Steve. Steve, what are you doing awake? And you weren't you calling last night down in Basildon? Cannot believe we were in the same town on Friday and we missed each other. Sat there in my car over at Braintree in the afternoon, waiting for my last appointment, and flash comes up. There's a post from Steve going, a short from Steve going, I'm at the Basildon Bingo. Come in and you can get some such. I'm like, what? I was there this morning, like in the same town. Small world. Next time, Danger Mouse, we'll get together. That'll be cool. Oh, Fox and Walls. Fox and Walls. Let's have a look here. I can never work out which one it is. But let's all give Walls the best recovery. He is looking good. He's making a good recovery. I saw photographic imagery, which I'll take a while to get over, I must admit. But he was in his bed and thumbs up in the place. So I think within a couple of few weeks, he's going to be back on the track and we can get back to some kind of viewing format from them. No, only joking. No rush there, Wolsey. You get better soon. And Fox, sterling job, by the way. For firstly, managing to keep him in his pit because he's like that guy who gets itchy feet and want to walk around and do stuff. So fair play to you for managing to keep him in his bed and keeping him fed and watered where applicable. So make sure you get a bit of time to yourself, Fox. But sterling job there. Well done, getting Wolves back on form. There's no Fox without Wolves, and there's no Wolves without Fox. Well, there would be, but it just wouldn't be Fox and Wolves. There you go. Let's have a look. Anders is here. Good morning, Anders. How you doing? That's Brad's Slot Car Circuit, everyone. And Carl is here too. Good morning, Carl. Good morning, Andy. So we've got Andy Sartorius is Ruben in disguise, and Andy and Ruben Racing is the mothership, which is Andy. Good morning, Andy. You all right? All right, getting through it nicely. Just make sure I ain't left anyone. Boykinate is having a late night over in the States. How you doing, fella? You all right, mate? And how is Austin? Is he good? Are you getting any time with him over the summer holidays? That's the most looked after grandkid in the world. And Sharpie's in. Good morning, Paul. You all right? And Bo, Morgan. All right, we'll crack on with the show in a second just to make sure I've got everyone through. So, right, there you go. John D. I bought lots of hobby items made in Basildon, mainly 40 to 50 years ago. Well, that is the thing. Manufacturing has left the building in the UK. We're on some kind of mission to get rid of all heavy industry. Well, got rid of that. So very dangerous situation when you have to rely on other countries to grow your avocados. But there you go. I'm not looking into this. Yes, it is a travesty that we're not making stuff here ourselves anymore. I mean, we've got the gear, we've got the know-how, we've got the labour. We could put it together. Pioneer are coming back to the UK. What does that tell you? It can be done because Jules, watching his chat with the Australian Aussie Slot Car Show, oh God, that was last year, but that was insightful. What a guy! How unselfish was he with his information about his trials and tribulations of setting up Pioneer, what cars have rocked it, what cars have bombed it. He's still to date the best-selling car. I'm not going to spoil it for you because if you want to know what that car is, go and find it on the Aussie Slot Car Show. They're live. You'll find it on DG Raceway, Dick Guerin Station. What a fine session that was. I tell you, I was literally supposed to be working. Well, I was working because I was sat in my work chair looking at my work computer in the work office. But I was glued to this on two eyes, and I was literally like wobble eye, like one eye at the screen, one eye on that screen, both ears on that headphones. Fantastic insights, crazy. Like he was sharing with everything. Hello, is that Albert or is that Wilf? I need to know because technically it's 7:45 in the morning, and both Wilf and Albert are at camps respectively. So there should be no comms. And my brother's definitely not going to be awake at this time of the morning when he's got no kids in the house. Raymond, of course. But Raymond's sub 1, so he's just sleeping and puking. That's all he does. That's what the kid does. Right. Awesome. So then, let's get into the day. Well, what we'll do, we'll start up with a little cheeky inclusion from Racing Replicas. We'll have a look at what he's up to at the moment. Now, well, disclaimer. Apparently, last time I did the show 2 weeks ago, it's the first time I'd ever run the new look track focus, where I edit in some tracks and I put the music over their tracks just so I don't get copyrighted and stuff. However, being an ex-DJ, if it's too loud, you're too old. So it was a bit loud, apparently. So I've rolled back the volume, but just turn the volume down on your devices now, in case I haven't quite got it right. I don't want to wake up the kids, the babies, the grandkids, and everyone else next door and up the street. So here we go. Racing Replicas. Let's see if I can get this right first time. Okay, it was almost smooth. I've got to work out how to do these transitions nicely. So we'll get rid of that so I don't play that again. Brilliant. Excellent work there, Pete Shepherd. So if anyone wants to get a custom car built and sprayed, there's lots of people that do it, but none that do it quite as well as Mr. Shepherd. So you've got options out there, but I would highly recommend him because he loves it. And that's the difference. He's not doing it as a, well, he does do it as a job, as a part of his job, but it's done out of love. The amount of time I've seen him lose it, strip back a car and start again because it wasn't perfect is unthinkable. I think the guy's got shares in isopropyl alcohol. But anyway, we come here to look at slot cars. So can we get on and have a look at some slot cars? Police. Yes. Right. Stick my Barnet down in the bottom of the screen there. Let me get rid of this banner for the time being. Someone remind me to put that on later. It looks good on the watch back. So here we are. Right then. So we've got a ton of stuff to do today, which is exciting. Good morning, Dave. You all right? I'll take that off. You need more fiber, Dave. You need more fiber. Oh, this has turned into a breakfast show and a half, hasn't it? Right, from the top of the show, everyone, let's not mess around here. We always start a show. We've got to give a little bit of kudos here to the youngest track fans out there, because without the track fans, we have no future, all right? We have none. These are the guys that are killing it. Did anyone have a look at the Scalextric for School highlights video? Oh, man, did they have a good final at the Triumph building, Triumph headquarters in Hinckley, Leicestershire. All the teams were there. Simon Hook, I tell you what, right? He needs knighthood. That guy needs a knighthood, because that guy, what he's doing for the hobby, his foresight is just second to none. Foresight to get kids into engineering, building the slot cars, designing them, and then racing them, not just like designing what it might look like, but actually put your money where your design's mouth is, print that out and get it on the track. Phenomenal. Always have my support, as to the young track fans. So from the top of the tree, let's go. Albert, Wilf, we've covered, are in camps. Good morning. Lewis, Eleanor, Liam, good morning. Ruben, good morning. Jack, the latest addition to the track fans roster. Good morning. Jack, we're going to say hello to you properly on the next slide. So stay tuned, my friend, if you're watching this. Rowan, good morning. Well, he's been here. His dad hasn't been here, has he? His dad's been answering the call of nature. So Rowan, well done for flying the flag and being here. And Lewis, good morning. Jacob, good morning. Orson, good morning. And nice to have your granddad, Boykinator, in the chat. Well done, Boykinator. Good morning, Jacob and Mia over in Canada. Good morning, Elliot. Good morning, Benji. Benji is without Jacob and Benji, without their dad this weekend because their dad, Doug, you know, one part of the magnetic racing guys, they're in Silverstone, aren't they? Having the best time, pretending to manage a track whilst watching F1 for free. Legends. Love it. Well done. So there you go. Well done, Benji. Well done, Jacob. They were the latest additions in the last couple of weeks before Jack. Elliot, good morning. Cameron, good morning. Didn't see you at the Slot Festival. I'm feeling like we need to catch up. Good morning, Leo in Nottingham. Charlotte, Mason, Owen, Jackson. Owen and Jackson in LA. Good morning, Olivia. Good morning, George over in Oxford. Good morning, Emily and Jacob. Raymond, the man flying the flag for the Brown family. Whoa. For the Brown family over in Essex at the moment with Albert out, Wilf out. Raymond is in. Sophia, good morning. Logan, good morning. Bailey. And finally, George. Good morning, young track fans. My heroes in the making. Tell you, I'm only being nice to them now, everyone, so that when we get to the track at later times, they're going to give me a chance. Not let me win, but they're just not going to win by 17 laps. They might win by maybe 1.5 laps and just save my graces. That's why I'm being nice to them, really, everyone. But talking about up and coming superstars, right, it's my absolute pleasure to introduce Jack. So come to my light this week on another social platform that Jack has started a channel, Northeast Productions, on YouTube, everyone. So count yesterday, 51 subscribers. He's got 38 videos up there. And this guy, if you're into your trains, so you know that we're a Scalextric slot car crazy here, but I appreciate that at least a third, if not half of this audience have a vested interest in trains. Look, the clue is in the title already here. 0 to 60 trains. Talking of trains, here comes a juggernaut. Hello, Rahul. How you doing, mate? Good morning. We're just talking about Jack here. Jack has got himself a new channel. So what I'd love for everyone to do who's into trains is to go and subscribe to this channel and give Jack a little bit of confidence, a little booster on his subscribers, because it does make you feel good when you wake up and you check your channel. You're like, whoa, got 5 new subscribers. Wow, where did they come from? Because it's sort of like disbelief when you're doing a channel. Like, who's going to watch it? You know, who's going to watch this stuff? Like, there's so many people in the world, something like 5 or 6 billion people in the world. And they've all got different interests. Who's going to watch my little channel? And then before you know it, people have found it and they kind of like what you're doing and you resonate with them. They kind of understand your jokes and your lingo, and they subscribe, and then they start to like your videos and comment on it, and then they interact, and then they make friends with other people who are doing that. And then there's unity in the community. You know, one of my favorite sayings. So do support Jack, because this is a young track fan, railway track fan, and Scalextric track fan. Because when I mentioned to his mum, Lauren, who he's the proud owner of, if I could have permission to, shout out the channel, because with young track fans, everyone, you have to have an element of what's called safeguarding, which is, where you look out for, the welfare of the younger members. So she said, absolutely fine. He'll be chuffed to bits. So if you're watching, Jack, good morning. If you're watching it back, good morning back. But I do hope this puts a couple of numbers on your subs. I'll be watching and keeping an eye on your channel, because, whilst I don't have a train set, and whilst I hadn't had any vested interest in trains when I started in slot cars a few years ago again, actually, now that I'm into a bit more modeling and scenery making and stuff, I'm kind of finding I can get that link. I can relate to this a little bit more. So, yeah, definitely hit him up with a sub and have a look at those videos as well. Let's get some viewing times on the board. he is going round actual live time, finding these and doing his own recordings. These aren't screen grabs from other train enthusiasts. These are proper live time. He's taken it, got the angle, been there, got the angle, and fair play to you, Jack. Well done, my friend. So that's Jack. Then if we move on to another young track fan, if you remember, just but 2 weeks ago, we had the competition giveaway where Steve, SPB Steve Slots here on the screen now. You can find his channel. Just click the logo, click the link on his comments, and you can find his channel. Subscribe to that. But he donated this mega track, Carrera Go. He said any young track fan wants it. Well, look, you can see Ruben got it and wasted no time setting it up at his house. As you can see, Steve there in the bottom right-hand corner went they met up, and you can see he's got his Oscar for the track, and it looks good. I mean, he's weathered those pieces, he's got scenery going on, and you can tell that Ruben loved this because apparently, word has it, he was up at 4 a.m. setting it up the following morning. So yeah, on it like a bonnet. Well done, Steve. That was so kind. And that is what it's all about. Someone encouraging young track fans to get in and stay in the hobby. Perfect outcome. Now, this is it. This kid has had a good week this week. So he did a mega unboxing for me earlier in the week and put that out. So if I leave it a couple of days and then I'll sort of put it out as well to give it some more traffic. So do go to Andy and Ruben Racing and check out what has caused this reaction. And no, he hasn't been stung by a bee. He's opened a slot car, but you'll never know unless you go and watch it. So do go and check that out. That was so good. What an unboxing that was. Crazy. Yeah, did you notice that Captain America car there as well? Did you see that, DK Moon? I was looking at that while I was chatting away. Well done. Cheers, Andy. Thank you, mate. That is going to make him... Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on. I'm being corrected on the terminology. Right, okay, so model railway. Right, got the lingo. It's not a train set. How to totally sync my my model railway enthusiast support in one. Good morning, Paul. Here you go. Let's throw a decoy flare in. Paul's here. Brilliant. Okay. Oh, nice one. Cheers, Harry. That's gonna make his day. And you are into trains as well, so yeah, that's what it's about. It'll be like a train off over there by the rail enthusiasts. Model railway, right? Get out of my head. I'm gonna write that down actually. That's interesting. Got like squeaky paper. Or writing it down. It's like squeak, 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 squeak. Aha. Right, I found the right button now. Righto. So, yes. So that was amazing. I mean, talk about what a week. And then, of course, we did a little flyby on Friday while he's at Sports Day and furnished him with part 2 of the unboxing, which wasn't really an unboxing. It was more a dig it out of the recycling bin. But, but we'll bring you coverage on that next week. So at the top of the hour, it's 8 o'clock. You are watching. If you've just tuned in, thank you very much for watching, by the way, and being with us live in the chat. It is Pete here, Sunday Slotcast Sessions. Every Sunday. Apologies, I weren't here last Sunday. I was a little bit run down, but otherwise, everyone gets it. You've got to take a bit of time, kick back and relax now and again. So Sunday Slotcast Sessions, definite Sunday show, all about Slotcast, Scalextric, and a bit of modelling here and there by the model railways and the enthusiasts of all sorts of things like Hot Wheels, scenery building, just tons of stuff. It's great. If you get value for what you're seeing, do like the video or like the stream. And if you're watching it back, like what you're seeing, and comment and share. You're all rampaging in the comments, which is fantastic. So we'll crack on and see what else we've got to share today. Right then, boom. Yes. So as I was alluding to, I was just thinking in the week, like I was thinking, and might have asked you this a year or two ago. I can't remember, and I can't remember your answer either. So double whammy. If you could, and if you had the opportunity to do, and no, I've not been asked to ask this question. I was just thinking about it myself. What kind of TV or movie car would be the one that gets you to buy it? So I was thinking about this, and I reckon, and oh yeah, I'll tell you what it was that spurred me on to this. And I haven't got it here, unfortunately. It's down at the garage. So I got sent a ton of cars in the last fortnight by Scalextric, which is really cool. You've seen one of them on the unboxing that Ruben did. And there was a second unboxing on Andy and Ruben's channel. So if you didn't see the other car that I dropped off there, then do go and check that out and give that a like and a share as well. But there's another car, which is the green Land Rover. Now, there's going to be a video this week which takes you through all of these cars. There's a lot of cars, okay? So allocate yourself a good 20-25 minutes. And you know my videos, they are not hanging around with fluff. It is jam-packed with action, this video. Just working on the music aspect of the video now. So that will be with us this week because I'm going to finalize that today, the music side of it. I'm going to nail it. It is a mega review. And wow, so many cars. Like, I don't know why so many have come in such a block, or whether it's because we've just turned into Q3, being the start of July, quarter three, Q3. So they have releases for Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4, the 4 quarters of a year, 4 seasons. And it's just turned July, hasn't it? So actually, my body is like phenomenal. You know, at the start of the year, I'd said I'm going to take 3 days off through the year, roughly 1 a quarter, just to kick back and recharge. Well, actually, last week was the first week of the quarter. So technically, my body went, bah! It must have subconsciously knew it was that time. And so while I was doing these reviews, the question, if you've just tuned in, is what movie or TV series car would be the one that gets you to buy it? I was looking at this like green, not army, but sort of green Land Rover. And I was thinking, oh yeah, that would be cool if we could spray this up into some kind of Kelly's Heroes or the Dirty Dozen, that kind of era, war movie kind of Land Rover. In fact, does anyone see a project coming along here? Tell you what I might do. Oh yeah, I could tell you what I might do. Oh yeah, I might start a new stream, maybe once a fortnight, Sunday evenings, because I'm always at a loose end on Sunday evenings, and I'll call it Sunday Extra or Sunday Slot, or something like that, something extra in the title, and we'll do some some mainstream modeling. So could do some spraying and stuff like that. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I've just got to work out that it doesn't conflict with what we're doing on Wide on Wednesdays. It doesn't conflict with chewing off more stuff that I can't keep up with. I'm very conscious that we've got shenanigans in the wings sitting around still. Oh, hang on a second. Hold on. Hold the phone a second. I just saw someone come in the chat that we've got to give instant recognition to. Good morning, Rich and Mum. My mum and Rich are here, everyone. Good morning. I saw her turn up. There she is. The main lady is here. How you doing, Mum? Look, clean t-shirt, no spillages. It's only because I've been wearing it for 20 minutes. Oh dear, we have that banter. There's no way I could ever wear this if I was eating a spaghetti bolognese. Okay, here we go. Right. Let's see what cars you would like be into. So the question on everyone's lips right now is if you had a car, if you what movie or TV series car would be the one that gets you to buy it? So let's have a look. Is the music is the background music okay, or is that a bit loud? I don't know. Or is it too quiet? Some cars from the Cannonball Run. Yes. So I think that what was it? I put in our WhatsApp group, our members group in WhatsApp. I sent over a BMW that I saw on a client visit earlier this week, and it has a Warsteiner livery. So of course I sent it to Slot R as well. He is a bit partial to the old Warsteiner livery. And he said that looked like it was from, what was the race that you said there, Dave? I'll just find it now. Never find anything in a hurry, can you, when you want it? Ah, here we go. So Staples to Naples is one of those banger rallies. Aha. Yes. So could be one of them. Okay, let's have a quick gander through. So Cannonball Run film, yes, please. I want to be a passenger in the Lamborghini. Now, anyone who watched the was it a Lamborghini or was it a Ferrari? Let's say you definitely want to jump in that motor. That made schoolboys very happy. Speed Racer. Okay. The Professionals RS 2000. Yes. Okay. So that's pretty cool. Speed Racer for sure. Gran Torino from the Gran Torino. Oh, okay. Get a diesel slot car and you've got steam too. Yep. Morning, Pete. And all in the room, says Mum and Rich. From sunny Bulgaria, everyone. They are tuned in from Bulgaria. We're truly a global show today. We've got Boykinator in America. We've got Bo in Germany. We had Oida, Nico Slot Car Dude from Austria. We've got my mum and Rich over in Bulgaria. We've got Dave Slotar over in Essex. That's pretty much abroad from where I live. Ah, brilliant. And if they can't do the Gran Torino from Gran Torino, he'll take the Mark II Jag from Withnail and I. Now, I've been privy to that film. That's very, very retro cult. And I've not finished it yet, but yeah, very right up my street. Very funny. Very dry and very funny. I'm just laughing at that long-haired bloke at the start where he won't leave the house. Let's have a look. Scalextric should be able to reissue the Ford Gran Torino, but they likely scrapped the Starsky and Hutch tooling. Yeah, that's a good point because they did that, but they would probably have to modernize it now anyway. And because right, here's a question for you about production. Some brainiac out there might know. If you're making your stuff in China, and then you move it to Vietnam, good morning. See what I did there? Can you take the mold from there and send it there? Is that your intellectual property? Can you send that to that factory and that factory will use that mold and do it? Or do you need to create a new mold with that factory to work on their machines? This was one of those annoying things, wasn't it? When you go and cross technology or when new technology comes out and it's a bum fight for who's going to win. Betamax versus VHS, mini disc versus CD, and all of these things. Yeah. So possibly. Cars from the Sweeney would be a must. Ford Granada, Mark 1 from P8 and Mark 1 2 Jags. A Granada. Look at that. I haven't heard of one of them in years. This is like Simon Owen at Scalextric, head of brand, confessed when we were having a chat at the and it's on camera, it's documented, Go back and watch the UK Slot Car Festival. Was it the live stream or was it the main video? I can't remember. I think it was the live stream where we said to him, you know, what's your guilty pleasure? What's the car that you shouldn't like but you like? And he told us. He says he goes crazy for a Montego. Montego, I love it. That was my best mate Ray's first car. He crashed it within 100 meters of buying it at the dealership. He was lucky. Paid that off for the next 2 years with no car. A Granada, wow. Cathram from Prisoner. Yeah, if they do most of the Fast and Furious, they will be cool. I've got a feeling we're going to see a lot of the Fast and Furious cars. We've already got 2 that we know of. Because my amazing co-host Ruben is giving them a test drive to the inch of their lives on a review that he's doing for us to help me keep up. I definitely think there's legs in a mystery machine. They've got the tool in because they've got the VW camper van. They should do this. They should do a mystery van. I'd love that, the mystery machine. Yeah, that's right. I think this was a referral to the Sunday Extra. No, I'm not doing it. Well, I don't know. It depends. It could be a monthly thing, sort of like a monthly promo for the Wide on Wednesdays. We'll see. We'll see. Hardcastle and McCormack Coyote. Oh, now there's one. Just to recap, if you're just popping in, what TV and movie car will be the one that gets you to buy it? Cheers, Mum. Look, it's from Jamal, Slot Cars of Atlanta. Check out that merch store. And because it's Formula One weekend, got the F1 t-shirt on. Won't be watching it. I'm going over to the in-laws. Military Willie's Jeep would be a fun slot car. Magnetized soldiers that flew out upon crashing. Yes. Yes. Animated crashing. I like it. Noddy car. Why do I think of Postman Pat when I think of Noddy? Noddy and Big Ears, of course. Prisoner car might have been good. Just trying to think what I'd like. Yeah, definitely the army camouflage Land Rover. I think if they do a camouflage Land Rover, I know you can spray it up yourself, but that camouflage Land Rover is going to be mental on dioramas or scenery or, you know, whatever you're setting up. If you're doing a Goodwood revival kind of track, then definitely camouflage vehicles, because, you know, where the base was a forward leading airfield during a troubled times, the war. Lambo, there we go. Lambo, any particular color would you go for? What are you thinking? Lotus 7 sounds right. Yeah. Thinking that. My wacky racers in HO, they do that. They do that, says Paul. Miami Vice cars. A Lambo. 2 people for Lambos. So 2 Lambos definitely make a right. Miami Vice cars. That's what were their cars? Was that a Porsche? That was a Lambo, wasn't it? Bit before my time. That a Morse Mark II Jag. Well, Mum, say no more. What do we have here then? We actually have a Morse Mark II. Mark II Jag. And just to help you out with that one, look. There you go. Spectre Morse Mark II Jag. And just like that, Mum, they made it. Yes. Very nice bit of kit. I told you, you're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off. All right. Oh, Michael Caine, he is awesome. Yo, man. That's what they should focus on. Gone in 60 seconds. All they need to do is Gone in 60 seconds, Fast and the Furious, and the Cannonball Run. And they're already there. Anyway, this can go on for all day. This can. So we're going to crack on with the show because we do have a lot to get through. Must admit, we do have a lot to get through. So let's crack on with the show. I think before we go any further, though, it would be very nice to hear from one of our let's see who we go. We'll go for. She's not here yet, but we will definitely go for this one. All righty, that was good. Well done. Thank you very much, Tara. That's Tara from 1 in 32 scale. Strictly figures, I'll have you know. Strictly figures. So perfect. Oh, okay. There you go. Right. Next. Right then. So a couple of events coming up. And one of them is getting one of my friends, Janu. He's getting very excited about this one because it's up at Ponty Slot, which is just outside Wakefield, just outside Pontefract, up in Yorkshire, everyone, Yorkshire. So I thought I might have had a red flag in the chat then, but no, it's okay. It's okay. It's good. Oh, yeah, the limo from Die Hard. Sorry, just straggling some of the top cars. Let's carry on with that for just a couple of moments, just because there are a couple of cars in there that are pretty good. So you have here the limo with teddy bear in the back. Oh, come on, Paul. The van from Borat, yes. And then there was this one, the 47 Chrysler Royal Sedan from Driving Miss Daisy. Yes. Oh, Jamal. There he is from Slot Cars of Atlanta, everyone. Good morning. Sorry. Good evening. He's on Rahul timing over there, like early o'clock in the late at night. Yes. RoboCop car. Yes. Kojak's Buick. So I'm saying what I read there. Buick. The Charger from the Supra and the Rex 7. Wow, you guys have got some right good imaginations. I tell you what, oi, slot car manufacturers, read the chats. You're hearing what people want right here. Don't be coming up with no fluff. Check this out. This is where these are the people who are sitting on the money. Yeah, let's not say that. Miami Vice was a Ferrari, then Testarossa. Thank you very much for that, Anders. Appreciate that. I couldn't remember what it was. And it was a Ferrari on Miami Vice, not a Lambo from Cannonball. You know what I'm talking about, though. Whoa. Cannot say too much, or I'll end up getting myself in the sin bin. Okay, you take care. Nice one, Bo. You take care, mate. I'll catch you soon, my old friend. Question. Do you know if the young track fan got the Jag? Yes, I do. So let's cover that off now. Great call. So what we had on the last show, we had a competition giveaway for the blue Mark II Jag. Fantastic bit of kit. It looked just like this, but it was blue. And so we did the competition, and Daz won it. Daz Hall won it. Legend won it. And then selflessly said, give it to a young track fan. Absolute genius. I mean, that's nice, isn't it? So he wins a nice car. And I mean, let's face it, you know, slot cars, they're not overly cheap, are they? So he wins a competition car, brand new spanker from Scalextric. Thank you, Scalextric. And then says selflessly, I want to give it to a young track fan. So what we did was we had a deliberation on which young track fans have received stuff. So we'd try and share it out on like a kind of a rotation. And we established that it was George in Oxford's turn. So George's dad is Lionel. For those who know him in the chat, regular viewer, contributor to the show. Thanks, Lionel. So yeah, I actually, to be honest with you, Daz, I sent it over to them, but I forgot to tell him I was sending it to him. So he phones up and he says, yeah, Pete, I think you've sent Daz's car to me by mistake. So I explained what had happened, and he was ever so happy. George was so over the moon with that, Daz. You made his day, because he always loves his F1 cars, and Lionel struggles to get him to, buy other cars or look at other cars. So the fact that this has rocked up is giving him the opportunity to test something else out and maybe feel like, oh, I quite like that. I might get some more of those or something like that. So no, it was a really kind thing to do, mate. And he loves it. I have it on authority from Lionel. He's used it. So really good. So that's what I think. That's what makes this community special for me, is the fact that most of us old cronies are looking out for the youth and trying to get them up and running for the future of this hobby. We know we need it. We need. Oida, how do you know about Cheech and Chong? It's like eating Marmite and tasting jam. You of all people, I would not have put down in a month of Sundays of knowing who the hell Cheech and Chong are, let alone the vehicle they drive. I'm just having flashbacks now of where they're sat in the middle of the highway. Let's say, I can't elaborate too much, obviously. And the copper knocks on the window, and they open the window, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, I'm on the way somewhere. And he's like, "You're sat in the middle of the freeway and you're not moving, mate." So anyway, if you know what that is, you know why I'm laughing. But Dave, a few people here are probably wetting themselves with agreement laughter now. That is so good. The Volvo from Ted says, Doug, you're supposed to be working. Get back to work. Sorry, Oida, you've made me laugh with that. I was not expecting that in a month of Sundays. But good memories of Cheech and Chong. And if you know them as well, the freewheeling Freak Brothers, the fabulous Freak Brothers, are of a similar ilk. Love it. Fat Freddy. Okay, we're on the road. So if you think about what we're talking about being on the road, going to events. This event is happening now, next week. So 13th of July, if you're into your GT3, it's analog racing. So it's not digital, it's not the Disca, it is the analog heats and qualifying heats and racing by ability. Then this is definitely one to look at. I think there's space on the day, so there will be space for you to enter. Go on to slotforum.com, go there, find the events section, and then find the National GT3 section, and just reach out to Matt Tucker or someone like that, and they will be able to advise you on how to go about entering. They'll advise you on any rules and regulations for your cars, tires, motors, weight, and all of these little bits that you've got to watch yourself on. Scale, that's an important one, because some of the slot cars out there aren't to the true scale of 32nd, which means you can turn up thinking you've done your homework, you've got a 1/32 scale car, you've tuned it to an inch of its life, watching great tuning stations like Slot R. You've got Two Lines, you've got Home Racing World, you've got Iris Carrera, you've got all these great channels. Of course, you've got the breadwinning champion, crown jewel for the hobby of tuning at Slot Car Dude, the Duderino. That's right. That's what you can call him. El Duderino. So you can turn up there, tuned up, and they can go, nah, that is an X model. That is too big or too small, therefore not legal and not appropriate. Well, can't say I didn't warn you. So reach out and find out a little bit more about it. But that's going up at Ponty Slots A WF postcode, everyone, for Wakefield. So it's near there, Yorkshire. Right. Excellent. Then there's this one that's coming up in the future. Now, with it being F1 this weekend here at Silverstone, the home of motor racing and F1, it would only be right to mention Steve's gig that's coming up. It's sponsored by Gauge Master and NSR, of course, and it is going to be F1, just F1. Love it. The 86 to 89 test by the look of it. And then there's another class there for the F22 cars. So whichever one you have, you can get on there and get racing. So I've got one of them. I've got a test car here. I like the tests because they come as almost like a plain car, and then you can like jazz it up with some stickers. So this is my NSR F1 test. I'll hold it the right way up for you guys. There you go. Now, you might notice that I've got a green chassis on this. So green chassis, what? Which is broken. Brilliant. My chassis is broken. Guess what I'm doing this afternoon? So there you go. So anyway, we'll have a look at the top bit. The top bit's still okay. So that's my 86 to 89 test from NSR. This will be applicable for this race. And so get the rules. This will have rules as well. Everyone's got rules. I mean, it's like being in school again, isn't it? Rules suck. That will be good. That will be good. And the other one that they're racing there is the 22. So this one here is the 22. So this one is the 22. So again, NSR. Pattern emerging here, isn't there, in terms of the colours of these cars? I'll get that out so you can have a better look. So quite like this one. I quite like the way that the spoiler is very, very small indeed. Very in keeping with aerodynamicy. So, and again, you put this next to that one. Look, see? I like yellow. What can I say? And before someone calls me a yellow belly, that'll be the end of our relationship. But there. So that is the 22, as they say, right here in this flyer. So the 22 and the 86 to 89 is what's going to be raced on the 7th of December. Now, if I'm on the money on my timings, I think that this is the week after the winter slot car market at Gaydon. You know, our biannual stripping out of the wallet. Well done, Julie. So I'll pop that back there. Okay. So if you want to get a hold of this, get a hold of Steve Jones. I won't read it out, but just pause it. His contact details there at the bottom of the screen. Got a lot of time to plan for this, but you'll need a lot of time to prepare your F1 cars. So if you want to get onto that, do that. That is coming up. So then we've got a weekly hot pick, everyone. It is the Scalextric Ford Escort Mark 1. Now, as it goes, this is a nice bit of kits. And I didn't want to delay by making someone's day recently, because what happens here, right, is this is what happens when you grow up in the north, right? You think, yeah, we've got a set of morals that we work by, and we reward effort. We reward people that, you know, do something positive, do something exceptional, or think about others in their daily lives. And there's, you know, on the most part, we're brought up by our parents and we're bringing our children up to think the same way, you know, which is just take a moment and think about someone else. You know, it's that adage, isn't it? It's that adage when you're in a restaurant, right? And you sort of sat there and they come over and they're a little bit abrupt. There's the waitress or the waiter. You sort of like sat there and you're like, hold on a second, mate. It's a little bit short in it. You know, I'm coming out to buy stuff. And someone said, you know what, right? Just ask them how the day is going, because they might be having the worst day ever, which is why they're acting like they are. And I've tried it before. Do you know what? What a trick that is. They just go, yeah, it's not that great. And then you sort of just go on, and then they're all right after that. Anyway, what we had earlier in the week was we had Daz Hall winning the Jaguar Mark II. Mark II. So he said instantly, selflessly, kindly, and proactively, I want to give this to a young track fan. So we arranged that. But what Daz didn't realise is that a couple of days later, this turned up on his doorstep. So if you want to have a closer look at this car in more detail, I haven't got it here with me because I know that Daz likes this style of car. I refrain from saying Daz likes escorts. Hi, Becky. And anyway, so I sent him this car and I think he likes it. So well done, Daz. I mean, that was totally selfless giving away your Jaguar. And I hope that you like the Escort in its place. You were going to get a car. You won a car, fair and square. So there you are. So if you want to see what this little puppy looks like in more detail, stay tuned to the channel. It will be out later this week, the video of this. And I think when you see it on the track, wow. Absolutely wow. Phenomenal. I mean, the green Escort RSR was my car of the year last year by Scalextric. I mean, they couldn't do the double, could they? I mean, could they? Could they? I mean, it would be unprecedented, right? 2 years on the row, the same tooling from the same company. I don't think it will happen, but it would be mega if it did. So Fox and Walls are out on the road. We'll get into, we've got some cars to check out in a minute. Stay tuned to the channel. We've still got lots coming up. We've got cars to look at, classifieds to see, track focus to get through. It's going off. What we're looking at. So they are going to this Australian Scalextric and Collectors Club swap meet on the 3rd of August at the Motorsports Park in New South Wales, NSW. That's Australia, track fans. So if anyone is out there near that vicinity, hang on, aren't you near there, Scott? Lucifer Raceway. And did you get your delivery recently? It said it was delivered, but I always like to check. So they're out on the road. Let's just catch up with some of the comments. And they'll be doing another swap meet haul. It's just after Walls' birthday. Oh dear. With a green flag of a birthday call and then going to a swap meet. We all know what's going to happen down there, don't we? You're going to come back and you'll have sold everything you own, a rib, the company car, the lot for slot cars. Yeah, he really was grateful, mate. It did not know what to do. Grandson of man, good morning, my friend. How are you, buddy? He's making reference to the Cheech and Chong film. That's so funny, so iconic. They will never be allowed to make. They would never be able to make movies like that again. And if you want a vehicle with smoke, I do believe that the kit car. Do not try this at home. Do not try this at home. But if you elevated the back wheels of a kit car, so you do a burnout, it would start to smoke. Scalextric sister company, Minic Motorways, yes, make a working slot Conqueror in 76 scale about 60 years ago. Yeah, Micro Minic was big, you know. When you get the UK Slot Car Festival, there's a whole hall where the Mimic enthusiasts come down and they set up their stalls and they show you this. It's almost like, and we get the terminology right. It's almost like model railway, whereas you set it up and the car drives itself, and it's all about the layout and scenery. So quite interesting. Hey, Harp, how you doing, mate? Good afternoon, fella. Love it. Gauge Master is another big player in the model train market. Gauge being from a model railway track. Gauge, yeah, that is right. Those NSR F1s are really quick. Yes, they are, mate. They are rapido, I tell you. I wonder what engine it is, what motor it is. 21.4 motor. Yeah, he does his yellow belly. Q. What do you think is the most aerodynamic slot car? The 917K? That's a great question. That's a really good question. Why didn't I think of that? I'm going to go with, I've got an option for this. Most aerodynamic slot car, actually, I think is in my slot box. Well, that's slightly worrying. Okay. Maybe it's not in the slot box. Oh dear. Dude, where's my car? Okay. All right. Well, just visualize it then. I think the Thunder slot, Lola T70, that is a very aerodynamic car. Let me see if I can get a picture of the 917 up for the younger track fans who don't know what, who aren't sure what that car is. Oh yeah, that's aerodynamic. All right. That is very aerodynamic. Okay, so we'll open that in a new tab. Yeah. I'll put it on the screen so you can just see what everyone's looking at. Here we go. So hopefully all being well, you should see some golf colors right now on the screen. Are we there? All right, that's that. Okay, cool. So hopefully that did it. Wow, I'll tell you what, the delay in me being live to it on YouTube it's about a minute. So John D's saying, please show the NSR P68 if you want aerodynamic. Yeah, very good shouts. So let's do that then. I'll give you a quick look at that one. P68. Yeah, I did look at this. They just launched the, I was going to say, here it is here. Their Rothman's livery, which is phenomenal. Okay, here we go. Let's share that. There you go. Oh, okay, it's caught up with itself now. Now that's the Rothman's P68. That is aerodynamic. Wow. Look at how low that front is. That is proper low. Anyway, let's get rid of that. Stop screen. Okay, good. Awesome. Yeah, there you go. Let's get rid of that stuff. This really is quite simple to use, this software now. Hey, what? Rob Keefe's here, everyone. Look, he tried to sneak in. And the other person who's tried to sneak in under the radar, I don't think it's not gone unnoticed, is Staffs, but he seems to have this uncanny knack of turning up when his slot cars are about to be shown on the TV. So let's have a look. So that was my car of the pick of the week, hot pick. the Escort Mark 1, beautiful car. So stay tuned for a live look around that later in the week in a standalone video. Here we go. Next. Right. So if you kind of like that sort of style car, then you might well be into into checking out some other style, similar, not quite the same, but more rally oriented than touring. But look at these coming through from SCX, available at Pendle Slot Racing this next week, I believe. Very nice pizza kit there. Got a Toyota, got an Abarth, got Ford, Puma, got a Cozzy. Gotta love the Cozzy with the big whale tail on the back. That is nice. Right. So we're getting a bit of love for the Abarth already. I actually, do you know, I did a mistake. And I thought that looked a little bit like a 510 or a BMW, whatever that BMW model was. But no, it's an Abarth, apparently. So Staffs is loving the new SCX rally cars. I mean, this guy's the guy who's got 800 rally cars. 800 rally cars. Steve, 800 rally cars? Get a life. No, honestly, it's good to collect the things that you're into, definitely. So, that is genius. I've got to screenshot this. So I've got a client who's actually called Alan Mann. So, you know, you have to screenshot these things when they come about. Right. What would be the one out of here that you would pick? So Daz has come forth with the Abarth. Steve would have them all. Mud chucker. Yeah, I like a mud chucker, he says. I have a lot of rally cars and he wants that Escort, says Paul. Keep the Abarth away from slot R. Oh, what? Why? Is he going to melt it down and turn it into a wheelbarrow or something? Brilliant. Abarth for Paul. Abarth for Rob. Fiat 131. That's not on the list. That's not on the menu. All of them, says Mark. I love it. That's why we're friends, Mark. Bath for Bath and the Yaris. Yes, the Yaris. Who said that? Cribbit. Well done, Cribbit. I was going with the Abarth. I like it. It's just different. If you put, right, a chunky set of tyres, I'm talking big rims on the Yaris, that kind of look of car, that kind of sort of livery, it's almost Dakar, isn't it? Dakar. You know, that's kind of desert dune racing stuff. Dakar style type of car. Looks moody. Right, we've got to crack on. So we've still got tons of show left. And here we go. So look, told you, didn't I? Steve always turns up when he's about to be on the telly. So if you're interested in anything Avant slot, do give Steve at Staff Slots a hit Steve at Staff Slots up, because he is he's got the information on this. Now, I like this. This is very good indeed. Now, it's not a typo. It's not the same Nissan. They're different numbers, different reg plates if you just look closer. So that's quite cool as well, because I think, albeit it's got Paris written on the side, and yeah, I like it. I like the Rothmans. I think the Rothmans in the top left will be my call. Definitely love that Rothmans livery. I think that's the one. I think that's the one for me. And Daz is loving the saloon cars. This is cool. I love it when Daz doesn't work. He's like all in it. He's got the Yaris, but not in that color, says Paul. Number 14 car is inline, so can run in slot rally GB. The number 14 car. What about the number 3 car, Rothman's livery? Because Paul wants to go for it like I do. The 131 looks boxy, but runs great. All about the 3-box saloons, Daz. Okay, yes. So that will be definitely me. Let's get my face out of the way. I like these. So these are available next week from Avant Slots. So keep your eyes peeled to this. And I just wanted to chuck this one in because Steve is on it. Does everyone here know Steve from Staff Slots? I mean, if you do, don't worry. There's counselling for it, and you can get through. You can come through the other side. It's okay. Let's check out what Steve is up to anyway. Okay, nice and slick, does it? That is it. We are almost through those. Let's get rid of that. So what I don't want to do is play the same commercial break again. So there you go. If you're enjoying what you're seeing so far on Sunday Slotcast sessions with me, Pete Brown, do smash the like button for me. Do the share thing, or if you're watching it back later because you're in a different time frame, or you enjoy a lay-in on a Sunday like any God-given human does, do leave us a comment and let us know what you think of today and all of these activities that we get up to on a Sunday morning. Slot car related, of course. Slot car 2021. Did you get your t-shirt? Well, come on, hit us up. Give a kid a pen and they draw a 3-band saloon. 3-box saloon. Brilliant. How do we know which tyres fit Staff's Slots wheels? Well, that's a good question because their wheels are, let me get this right. I think it's 15.4 and 16.8 or 16.8 and 15.8. One of them. What you do is you buy tyres that just look about that size. I tell you, I cannot give you any I'm reading this PSR. This is what you do if you don't know what to do about tyres. You call up Pendle Slot Racing and you say, yo, can you help me out on tyres? I've got these tyres from Staff, these wheels from Staffs. They're these size. What are the best tyres? And they'll help you out. Like Dave says here, they make them, so they're knowledgeable about them. Another outlet for tyres, or if you want something a little bit more custom or bespoke, would be to talk to the likes of Slotar or to Swift Slots, because I know over the last sort of few months to a year, they've been dabbling around with the dark arts of making tyres, which I personally find tiresome. Yeah, did you see what I did there? Oh, I know. No, I'm not putting a pound in the jar. That was a joke. That wasn't swearing. G'day, 6-6 Slotters. G'day. How you doing, my friend? Yep, cool. Right. Onwards and upwards. Oh, okay. There you go. Got ourselves a show. Boom. Bit of housekeeping. Right. So, oh yeah. And then finally, there was this car as well. I forgot about this. Because I did the errands last night, it's about 9 o'clock. I texted everyone and said, is there anything specifically you would like covering? And because there was too many cars to fit on one slide without them becoming a little bit, meh, then I thought I would just stick this one on here. Wow. I love this Mitsubishi. Now, this is the one I'm going to buy. If I don't go for the top left-hand corner Rothmans livery, it's going to be this one, the Candelas. Oh, yeah. It's orange. It's almost yellow. But I just like the way the livery works. The sponsorships are nicely placed. Little flashes of colour and really nice bit of kit. Steve-O, stop eating toast and drinking tea. Can you let us know rough kind of price point what these are likely to be, or is it dependent on where you buy them from, which retailer? So are they in the what I'm talking, are they at the sort of £60 end of the market, or are they the £80-90 end of the market? Just hit us up and let us know roughly where these are going to be. It is nice, the Mitsubishi. It is nice. Now you're going to say this is the most pricey, I'll bet. Now that I've said I liked it, this is going to be the most expensive. I know how Staffs rolls. Yeah. Right. So we're going to omit that question now because we've got a good track focus to get through. I do want to spend a bit of time on this because this is going to be awesome. Awesome track focus. And then we'll talk some classifieds and then we'll get out the door ready for Sunday. I think we're going to bring this ship in on time today. Wow. That will be a miraculous first. Okay, just before we move on though, just in answer to these cars gonna be about 65 notes, 65 sheets. So if you want some of that in your life, that's how much it's gonna set you back. Yeah, I'm tempted. That orange car, really tempted, because I've got a Toyota Yaris rally car, which is cool. I've got Scalextric Pumas, which cool. And I think I need an Avant slot in my life. I haven't got an Avant slot in my collection at all. Not one. Not one. The breathtaking Avant slot pricing is for the vans and trailers. Oh, okay, right. I'm with you. So here we go. We've got total and utter undivided attention by Daz. Track focus. I love this track. Have you seen this track here? Goes through the valleys. This is like Rob's route to work. Unfortunately, though, Rob's route to work definitely doesn't look as scenic as this. Hello, Mal. Mal, good evening. How you doing, mate? You all right? You just scraped yourself into the best part of the show. Just 1 second. I just need to cough. Excuse me. Right, so track focus. If you've only tuned in now and you didn't tune into the last Sunday Slotcast sessions 2 weeks ago, you will have not seen the new format, the new layout, track focus. So what we're doing in the track focus now is we're mixing it up between still images and real videos. So let's get into it. First off, we've got, I can't read his name. Gerard Eigenhoff. Now I'm sure I've put this in before. Anyway, love this track. I have done this before. I'm sure of it, but I couldn't remember. So I put it in again because it's exceptional. That's what it is. It's just, I want to show people small tracks alongside big, massive tracks to give them the inspiration that it doesn't matter what size your track is. You can still race slot cars. You can still crash. You can still do scenery as exemplified perfectly here. You can still have a great time with whatever track you got. This proves it. So I really like this. Just nice, elegant detailing. Not massive amounts of buildings, but just enough to get you going and have a lot of fun. And I love the fact that it's themed to Goodwood. And I love the fact that it's got the Goodwood logo right below the big grandstands that you can see there. It's actually not far off. Quite an accurate detailing too. So well done on that there, Jared. You're looking good, my friend. So next on the track list is, we got our first video to have a look at, guys. Our first video indeed. I'm going to take myself. Oh, that didn't work, did it? So, that is a long lap, says Dave at Slot R. Oh, yeah. Big track, says Mal. And good use of space, says Daz. Oh, that is interesting. So, just to ask, can you hear me right now? There you can. Good. Okay, well done, Sue. Sue likes Spencer's track. So what I'm thinking is if I go and full screen it, then you can't hear me. But if I'm in the picture with you, you can hear it. So that was a nice little track there. I like that one by Spencer. That was looking good. And the thing with this track is this bit here. I really like this bit here. So you come under it, behind it, and then straight down a long curve at the back. Like 2 long straights by elevating the track section. Now you can do this if you've got like the pit buildings. So if you buy some pit buildings from wherever, you can put your track on the top of that, or you can get a Hughes's bridge and create track on a track. That would be amazing. So there's lots of things you can create that with yours by using scenery or by building a shelf like Spencer has here. Pretty good. Yeah, the double decker setup is really cool. Like it. Thanks, guys, for the mic check. So I'll remove that from the studio. There you go. We'll get the next one on the go. There you go. Okay, so John O'Neill here. He's got himself a HO AFX track. Think it's AFX track. Am I right in saying that if it's got that like orange chevron in, orangey brand into it, that is AFX? But what I liked about this track, what I'd like to share with you about this track, is 2 things. There's always 2 things, isn't there, with me? So there's probably more than 2 things, but 2 things that stand out, that jump out at me right now is, firstly, he has put down as much track as he physically can within the space he's got. There is no room to shake a cat there for track. No, you're going to have to put your scenery up on stilts or something for, yeah, no good for Bridgerton. Definitely no good, this one, for Bridgerton. Track Tetris, yes. Yes, it's AFX. Thank you very much, Fox and Walls. Appreciate that, guys. So yeah, look at this. This is going to be mega. I'd love to see this in action because HO is really, really fast. It's super fast, and I've got a little HO track to experiment with in the near future, guys. So I'll have a look at that and bring that to you so you can so we can check it out for the first time ever on Track Fans TV. We're going to do a HO scale track, but that's for future. That's coming up soon. So not right now. We've got like so much to get on with. And Jamal is saying that is a lot of track. And from the guy who literally has a lot of track, that is a lot of track. Just the slight inside over joke here about head office, HO. That would be my nickname, actually, in our slot car circles, in the inner circle of trust, the members WhatsApp group. And I just while I'm on the subject, I just want to say to the members of the channel, thank you ever so much for joining and being part of that. Really appreciate it. We do have some good laughs on Wednesdays, and occasionally little bits and bobs here and there in the week to keep you going. So thank you ever so much for being a part of that. That is a proper community in there. Anyway, back on point. So do you guys have HO as an option of a track? Or some of us will, not us, because I didn't, but some of you, like Paul Slotcar 2021, some of you guys actually did have a HO track as kids, as most of us had Scalextric tracks. So did you have it? Or is this something that you might try out in the future? Or are you just not interested in HO? I'd sort of put them into the show because we have an eclectic viewership. So we've got people into 24th scale, 32nd scale, 46 scale, 70, whatever scale, and HO scale. There you are. Yep, Fox and Walls got it. Dave had it as a kid. Just don't spill the airbrush in front of your paint. Yeah, but that's going to happen. That's going to happen. As much as I try, I even buy pots with lids on them now. I still manage to spill it on the second the lid is open. I am incredible. Me and gravity have a great relationship. HO drag strips come out every now and again. Yeah, Mal's got HO and 1 in 43rd scale. Fabulous. So John O'Neill, thank you ever so much for sharing this track. Well, you didn't share it. You shared it on social media and I lifted it and shared it in the wider hemisphere. Now we've got a second video to have a look at. I love it. A bit from Dorian Butler here. So we are, okay, here we go. Let's get this on. Remember, just wind back on your volume a little bit in case I haven't got this nailed properly yet. But I'm sure it's going to be all right on the night. Here goes. What a track. Check that out. It's got gradient. All right, we'll play it again. Just add some comments to it. So I love this section here. So you can see here, obviously just below the monitor, it's got where it says new driver. This is a cantilever, elevated cantilever piece of track. And I like the detailing is put on with the little lights. Can you see those little lights that are sitting over the track on the corner? Just to give that real ambience there. Those little spots are bouncing off of the track, giving it the feel that it's an actual section on its own. That was the thing I liked on this track. So now there you go. Look at it, how it just sort of highlights that little bit of area of the track as you come up, focal point. And then there's some significantly long straights down there where you come down and you get up that spiral there at the end. Now just pause it there, because unless you stop there and have a look at that, you won't notice it. But that's actually we used to call them twirly whirlies or spirally track there. Look, so that is awesome. That is the stuff that you really need to watch what you're doing when you're driving down there, because one false move and you're out the side. It's a little bit like the car park down the shopping centre, isn't it? Where you try and get the speed, we try and get the steering lock perfect, so you don't have to, you can just go all the way up to the top of the car park with one lock. And then when you get the steering lock done, you put your foot down a little bit, don't you? And anyway, that might just be me. So if we just move around there, fantastic track, really good track though. I love it. It's Carrera. You can see in the top of the image right over there where the track comes down and around. Just a well sought out track. I would have a larger guardrail, says Mal. Jamal is saying the elevations look good. I'll let this play while I'm reading out some of the comments. Really nice, says both SPB and staff say it. Had a huge HO track, modified cars, built 1 in 24. They got packed up, bought Scalextric and stuck with it for decades. Absolutely, Brad. So there you have it. So we'll let this one roll out. Well done, Dorian. This is a mega track. I like it. He's even got checkered flag flooring. Did you see that? Brilliant. So we'll remove that off the get rid of that. We'll add that one to, there you go. Now we're talking. Right. Thank you, Dorian. We loved it. Oh, Colm. Boom, what a track. Check this one out. Now this, I'm not sure. I think this is Scalextric Classic track. The reason I'm going with that is because yellow is always branded by Scalextric. So you can see the chevrons at the base of the track here at the bottom of the screen. But if you look to the top of the screen, you've got the trusty Crossroads. Good old Crossroads. And interestingly enough, he's got like really kind of curvy entrance points to those crossroads. It doesn't sort of just come in like the crossroads isn't at the middle of the table and you've got to run up to the crossroads. It's almost like the crossroads are at the top of the table and you're kind of working the track to go to those crossroads rather than just straight into it. I really liked it. It's a good bit of detailing. You've got the humpback bridge there. Fox and Walls is confirming it is classics, as to is Rob and Daz. Use of the wall for elevation, such a good idea. I think Anders is just seeing the previous tracks. So do you know what? When your mind does a double take, I know this guy's name is Cole McHenry, but you know when you read something fast and you think, have I just spelt machinery wrong? That's my mind playing tricks on me, because we are literally an hour and a half deep. So if you are enjoying what you're seeing on Sunday Slotcast sessions with me, Pete, hit the like button. Do it now. This is a fabulous track. I would really love a go on this track, actually. So you've got sections of it which become 4-lane. You've got pinch tracks, pinch sections. You've got diamond triangle crossovers here going on. You've got, it's awesome. A really, really, really fascinating track. And if I'm right, I'm just noticed this now. If I'm right, but if you look just where his name is, Colm, and just above that on this on the right hand side of the picture, that doesn't half look like two settee cushions, two sofa cushions. If that is the case, and that's the sofa cushions there on the right and the walls on the left, man alive, he has put this track in the tightest spot ever known to man. And good on you, mate, because where there's space, there shall be a track. Yeah, I think Jamal's just literally gotten on to the same thing. We're like sitting here going, man alive, he has put some track in that space. Squeeze track corners and straights should be re-released. I totally agree with you, because that's what gives you the fun, the thrill, the enthusiasm of the race, is when you come close to the next car, or worse still, you smash into the next car or they smash into you. And it's bedlam. It's bedlam on the track. So, yeah, fantastic. I like this. Well done, Colm. Good effort, my friend. We are moving on. Next slide. Jamal Smith. Oh, Jamal, what are the chances? Yes, we have had your track on Track Focus, but we haven't had your track on the video side of the Track Focus. So here we go. Right, Jamal. Now, I'll be honest with you, full disclaimer, track fans, full disclaimer, and especially since the man, the myth, the legend is here with us on the show. Jamal has just picked up a great deal with Carrera and is releasing some videos as part of that relationship. So what I've done is, and I hope it doesn't get me into too much trouble with Jamal. I mean, we are friends after all. Is I've taken some sections from the videos to make a mini clip of your track so that the viewers can see about 30 seconds of sections of your track. If you want to see, excuse me, if you want to see the full version, the full video that I've extracted these clips for, which is epic, by the way, so much more to see, then do go to Slot Cars of Atlanta channel, and it's his latest video. So watch that. You ready? Let's do it. Hold on a second. Right. Let's try again, shall we? Here we go. So this is Jamal's track, everyone. Yeah, we'll go again. So we'll chat through it. I mean, literally, just go and subscribe to Slot Cars of Atlanta on YouTube. The phenomenal thing is he's built all of this track in record quick time. He is always doing stuff on his track. It's so endearing to see. I don't know when he sleeps. I mean, look at this. I'll pause it there. Look at the depth of the scenery on here. You've got bushes, you've got trees, you've got rocks, you've got cliffs, you've got buildings, you've got weathering, you've got track, you've got borders and barriers, it is mind-blowing amount of detailing, and it's never finished. That's the one thing about this Jamal guy here who's slightly mad says about. Hey, there you go. Who's this Jamal guy? Love that. No worries, Jamal. Thank you, mate, for letting me share your track. I really appreciate it. But yeah, we'll keep it moving while I'm talking through bits and bobs on the side. Now, big avid supporter of the Mag fans, of course. And you can see that running through. So like this bit here, like this bit here. So detail I'm talking about is, see where the car is. Just look to the right hand side. See that little road sign there? Like that. Like those little road signs, you know, just stuff like that. Just to make the finishing touches into the track that it is. Now, the cars that are racing, it's a Ferrari and a something. I can't remember what the other car was. And just like this, look, goes up from the base up into the next level, then the next level up. It's a 3-level track. It's just awesome. Just awesome. So if you like that and you want to follow some more of that, then you can subscribe to his channel, get over there and see what he's doing. Fantastic. Right. Yep. Sub to him. He's killing it at the moment. I think he took a quantum leap in the last week or two. He's gone. I remember we were here, weren't we? We were only here, what, maybe a few months ago, going, Jamal's nearly 1,000 subscribers. Get him up to it. And then we got him up to 1,000. And then for some reason, he dropped below 1,000. So then we went nuclear on it and got him right up there. Well, I tell you what, it is my absolute pleasure to announce that he's bust the 10K mark. He's supersonic right now. Good on you, Jamal. I couldn't even be happier. 12K. I know, it's weird, isn't it? But fair play to you, mate. Well done. That is taken some effort. And effort is rewarded because Carrera have seen you and are now endorsing the channel. Really cool. Really well done, mate. That's the track piece that Scalextric should release, is the riser and lower straights. Yeah, I know what you mean. Okay, so next track. Hold on a second. Okay. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Hold on, so let me just check this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, we've done 6 tracks already. Blimey. I'm like, the next track is the last track. I'm thinking we have more tracks than that, but we've had 6 tracks. So this track here, Anopolis. God help me if I've pronounced that wrong, Americans. I'm sorry if I'm thinking Indianapolis, Canapolis, slot car track. Someone phone me later and educate me. Sorry, the resident UK illiterate is here. Can't even pronounce the track. But anyway, Canopolis, go with that. Slot car track. Now, this is cool because what's happened now is following the last episode, the last show, a track fan begins with D and ends in As Hall had sent me a link to a track. Legend is helping out with a show, man. So if you found the track that inspires you, send it over. We'll get it on the show. This is an interactive, inclusive and engaging show. Fact, I'm not using the word inclusive. I don't like it. But this is a show for everyone. That's better, isn't it? I like that terminology better. When I hear the word inclusive, I shudder now. Everyone was included in my universe anyway. Correct. Says Slot Cars. He's not correcting what I've just said. He's correcting something else, but I couldn't help using it. Right, let's get into it. So let me just set it up so that... Okay, here we go. It's okay, do your thing. What a track! And what a track! It's okay. Do your thing. Look at the size of that. Wow. That is a big track. And the thing I liked about this is you'll notice is that to the left and bottom of the screen, there's another big track that they're obviously not racing on. But look at the speed of the car going around the track. So it's a wood routed track. It's club level. It looks like there's, does that look like a young track fan who's yielding this car? Either that, it's a very short lady. Anyway, but look, the bank corners in the far end, slightly curved bank corners here as they whip round there. What a monster track. So this is in America somewhere. Someone in America is going to hit me up. Classic hill climb. Oh, okay. Canopolis. Perfect. Correct pronunciation. Shut up. Correct pronunciation. There you go. I thought I was saying punctuality. But yeah, this car is flying round there. This is like watching someone up at Rockingham giving a Rockingham track a good run for its money. Phenomenally good track. I'd love a go on this track. It reminds me a little bit of... what was that other track we had a few weeks ago? A monster track. But anyway, name fails me, but we'll get there eventually. So there you go. That is the final track on this week's Track Focus, everyone. Track fans, thank you. Daz Hall for sending this in. If anyone wants their club track featured and they can send me a video, I would really appreciate landscape videos. So this video, for your knowledge, is what they call vertical video, portrait video, vertical video. And it doesn't fill the whole of the screen. It's a vertical bit in the middle of the screen. Now, if you do a normal video, landscape, turn your phone to sideways, then it gives us the whole of the screen with slot car goodness. Okay, right, let's remove this now and get rid of that so I don't accidentally play. That was spot on, that was. So Canopolis is located in North Carolina, about 30-40 minutes from Charlotte. How far away is that from El Segundo in LA? Because I know where that is. Good morning, Aid. How you doing, mate? Aid is in the house, everyone. Aid's Slot Car Shed or Aid RC Shed. He is killing it on that thing. I love that. So yeah, I forgot to mention that earlier when we were talking about. Hang on, I'm going to give it another plug now. So let's give this kid another plug. When we were talking about Northeast Productions earlier, we were. I give a shout out to anyone who's involved in model railway. So I was just checking the terminology again. Into everything hobby wise. So RC cars, RC trucks, drones, model railway, slot cars, diecast, whatever it is. Do not forget to give Jack here a subscription over on his channel. He's doing model railway. Can't remember how old he is. I would never ask, but this would be great to give this young track fan some support. If you're into your model railways and you just tuned in now at the end of the show, we were talking about this chap about 10 to 8, young track fan in the making. He's got himself a YouTube channel set up. So it'd be really, really good to give him some kudos and help him out, grow the channel, support it. If you like model railway, that is. If you're not into model railway, don't subscribe because it will be a false subscription. It does go against you in the algorithm a little bit. So if you are into that, do help Jack out, because if we can help young track fans, you know, we can support them, show them that we're into their content, they will make more content, and then we have a future hobby. So well done, Jack, for that. Let's get back on point. We're going to the classifieds now. As we see the show out for the final 10 minutes or so. So Canopolis is the west coast. This track is on the east coast. Okay, cool. So let me get that right. New York's on the east coast, isn't it? Oh, I see. Yes, right. Well, that's a bit of a drive then. just saying. Okay, so another Avant slot release. Now we saw this last show. What I'd like to do for the brands, the manufacturers, the people that are releasing stuff and taking time, effort to develop this stuff, pay the R&D, the upfront costs of getting it to market, and then praying like Billy-O that we will buy it. Okay, I've got a feeling these Renault 5s or these Renault 5s, and the van in particular, will sell out in a heartbeat. So if you like the look of this, if it's not already sold via pre-order, go and buy it now. It will sell out, it will gain momentum, and it will gather money and collectability value over time. I cannot tell you the amount of good cars I've lost thinking, no, I don't want it. Is now worth mega money. So these will hold their value if you're a collector. Love them. So what I'm going to do now, going back onto the train of thought, is as I promote this in the top of the show, like we just had a look at the new Avant slots coming and the new SCX slots and the pick of the week. On the following show, I'm going to drop those down into the classified section as just another reminder for you guys as to what we saw the show before, but also a reminder of what you can cash in on to help them out, because we are a niche hobby. We are a very specific hobby indeed. And we are a hobby that is like cyclical. So what I say by that is we are in the hobby when we're younger because it's classed as toys still. Then we find our teenage years go straight off the rails. Then we come back to it later in life, possibly by having our own children. We think, what do we get them as toys? Oh, yeah, we'll get them a slot car track, a Scalextric set. So we then get back into it because we remember how cool it was. On our second lap, we've got money. So because we don't go out anymore for having children, so we have a little bit of money. So then we can afford to buy these slot cars. So actually, this is now doing us, both the young track fans, both the returning hobbyists, and then obviously top of the tree, the hardcore, diehard hobby enthusiasts who got into it as a kid and never got out of it. They've just been in it forever. Nico. Oida! So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show the new stuff at the top end, not swamp it, and then drop it down to the classifieds the following show. So we've got the ability to subconsciously see it twice. I thought I told you to take this slide out. Cannot get the staff in this place. I swear to God, my team. One team, one dream. Not today. Anyway, I've got a sense of humor with this. Tara's figures are available. 1 in 32 strictly scale. 1 in 32 scale strictly figures. As you can see here, you can get through to her on Facebook or website. Scale 3D does do a line of her figures on that. You've got here, I have a sense of humor. You can see that I'm defacing my own brand. Well, I wasn't doing it. Road Tramp Stu was doing it. Hi at the back, Road Tramp. How you doing? And you, Chris, don't think you're off the hook. Yeah, so you can see here, you can get all sorts of figures from Tara. 1 in 32 scale strictly figures, even ones that are a little bit risque, a little bit controversial. You can find them all there. Just have a look for the section that says under the counter figures or adults only. Brilliant. And then I wouldn't be a show. Oh, I get ahead of myself. Merch time with Atlanta Slot Cars of Atlanta. Here it is. Live time for the Formula One UK leg, Silverstone, today. So good luck to all the racers and the riders out there. I'm going to be cheering on Smith. Hang on. There is no Smith Racing. Well, I'm going to be cheering on the guy that looks like Smithy. I'm only joking. I'm going to be supporting the English guys. I don't actually know who's racing from England, but I'll be supporting the Brits. Because I'm a massive patriot and I'm not afraid and ashamed to say it either. So yes, so do go there and shop some merch. He did come out. He did go. I did see a picture this week, and it was an old vintage style car, you know, like the old kind of pre-war style Brooklyn style car. And I looked at it and I fell in love. And I'm like, oh, it's Christmas list material, that is. So do have a look, slotcarsofatlanta.com. And then we have, of course, Mag fans. But before we get into the Mag fans, we should hear from them, please. Oh. Oh. So there you go. Can you hear me now, Scott? Words fail me. So anyway, so that's a little bit of a look on these. What? 3D printing? Good. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, mate. You know, just one job, run the show, and that is it. So what you can see here is the Tiger Flora buildings that Rob has done. I think my favorite one is third from the left, fourth from the right is the yellow one, of course. And again, he's got little signs on the building of that one in particular, which just those little touches, those little flashes of detail. That is one I like. Right. So there you have it. You know, we're wrapping up when we see the boys of Rick and Mark from slotcarmagazine.co.uk, everyone. Love this magazine. I really, really do like this magazine because not only do they do giveaways, not only are they on the pulse, but they get insider chats, insider techniques and information that just no one gets. They somehow have this kind of method of unnerving people when they chat to them and find out real good stuff, So do tune into them, and there you go. Right, so that is a wrap attack on the show for today. Excuse me. Drink. Okay, so wow, what a show. What it's good to be back. It is good to be back. And apologies for last week for being under the weather. It happens. So rather than taking a sickie, I called it as my quarterly holiday. And yeah, that's what I'm doing with it. So I had a holiday last week. It was marvelous. I didn't do much because I was in recovery, but it was good nevertheless. So next week we are back on track, on the attack. Slot Cars are us. Do go over to Northeast Productions 25 on YouTube and give Jack a subscription. I'd love to see where we can get to by the end of the day. The end of the week is on 51 when I checked yesterday. Let's try and get him up to 100. Let's make him feel good, people. So on that note, do hit the like button on the way out, share it, subscribe it, comment, do what you need to do. But ultimately today, guys, keep it in the slot, have a good day on the track, and have a good time. I will leave you there, and I will see you soon. Track!